Alright guys, I'm back for more Pokemon FireRed, and between the last part and this one, I did some grinding. I got my Pikachu up to level 21, Charmeleon I got to level 22, Mankey I got to 15, Pidgeotto I think, I can't remember, I don't think I grinded much. But yeah, just so I can defeat Misty and her water Pokemon. So yeah. Then after this, we're gonna do an exploit for a bit so I can get a shit ton of money. So. I don't have any potions. God damn it. Or revives, I think. Yeah, I don't have any revives. Fuck. I got a revive a bit ago. Why is Water Pulse such a good move? I think I can possibly win this one, though. Why did it go first? Okay, good. Oh my god. God, I'm so fucking close. God fucking damn it. Are you actually kidding? I ground for this shit too, and it's just like, why? I am that fucking close. Bro, what the fuck? By the skin of my fucking teeth. Are you actually fucking kidding me? And it grew by 3 levels. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. I was expecting to, like, two-shot everything with my Pikachu. Secondly, I think I three-shot the Staryu. Okay. So, let's raise up Charmeleon, because, don't have a Poliwhirl. Wait, making an encyclopedia on Pokemon? That sounds amusing. Not gonna lie, dude sounds really, what is the word? Not passive-aggressive. Sarcastic. I'm gonna go to Pokemart. Okay. So, I think I know what's coming next. If I'm remembering the layout of Cerulean City, right? Okay, so that is useless to have there. Yeah, berries, because, like, that was a thing. Actually, I think they introduced it in Gen 2. But they also had in Gen 3, and then they backported into this version of these games. I'm about to reach out and grab you. Abracadabra. You make me up, make me sad. I need to actually learn all the lyrics to Abracadabra by Steve Miller Band. It's a really good song. And, funnily enough, what are their names? Something Ray. Sugar Ray. They did a really good cover of the song. Back in the 90s. On, like, I think, either an EP or one of the first few albums. I recommend listening to it. Like, I think they did a really good cover of it. They made it their own. So... Huh. Fame checker. Okay. So I don't give a shit about others. I don't give a hoot. So at the end of this bridge, after a long series of trainer battles, he's going to be a guy who gives you a nugget. The exploit is you just put one low-level Pokemon in your party, and you let him kill your Pokemon over and over, because before he battles you, he gives you a nugget, and you can literally do it every fucking time to your heart's content. No matter if you lose or not, because they didn't program this game right when it came to that. And in this version of the game, they did not patch that glitch, or exploit. The only glitch that they patched in this game was the roar glitch with Entei and Raikou. So that when they use roar, the game doesn't think that they fainted. They patched that. They did not patch anything else, though. And that was... I think they mainly patched that because it's a game-breaking glitch. And people would come across that just incidentally, and they didn't want people experiencing that for a modern re-release of the games. So they patched that, and got rid of it. So that's good that they did that. But yeah, so that's what they did there. Last alley. I did not know about this exploit as a kid. This exploit, at the very least, I understand how it would be discovered. I imagine someone somewhere lost to the guy who gives you the nugget. And then they re-challenged him and saw that he gave him another nugget, then probably tested it out a number of times to see if that would still happen. And then they found out yes. And then they put it on like a message board somewhere back in 2004 or 5 and saw that it worked. So... yeah. Here's number 3. So you won't miss me, is that what he said? Youngster Timmy. Youngster Timmy! But then again... yeah, it's a Steel-type move on what I assume is a Ground-type. I do like just the rudimentary stereo mix they gave this game. With the sound effects. Simple, but it works. And nuggets in this game are worth 5,000 money. I think that that's the same in every Pokemon game. So this is a really good, like, early game exploit to get as much money as you want. Person's a neater, both neater rounds. Okay. Okay, I gotta heal up my Pokemon anyways. I'm not gonna lie, the way that, like, poison affects your Pokemon outside of battle kinda reminds me of when people get a, fucking migraine. Or when I get a migraine, a little bit. Alright. Okay. So, alright. Camper Ethan. So yeah, I did not know about this exploit as a kid, but that's, yeah, how I said someone more than likely discovered it is, it makes sense to me. Because there are some, like, exploits and shit in these games that I just do not understand how you, like, discover at all. And I honestly think that people, like, may have, like, looked at the source code for or some shit and reverse engineered a bunch of shit to find out about it. Or not reverse engineered, but like tested out a bunch of shit. Alright, so the guy's Pokemon is level 14, I believe. So yeah, so just go to the PC and get rid of all your, like, higher level Pokemon. And then I think I'll just use Spittle. Alright, so I also should, go. Let's see. Save. Okay, you get the nugget for beating the previous trainers. Okay, that makes sense. Oh shit, I was gonna... Fuck, I was gonna spend money at the Pokemart. No worries. $144. Not bad, because I assume I got close to 1,000 Pokédollars from that. Okay, and if the exploit is working as intended... Yep. You keep the nugget, no matter if you win or lose. Let me, go to the Pokemart before I forget again. And then Super Potion. Alright. Could have probably bought another Pokeball with money I lost, but so, let's go back up here. Yep. So I'm just gonna basically do this for a while. Alright. And I think in these older Pokemon games, you can only hold a max of 99 amount, or 99 amounts of an item. Yeah, I don't think they care much. They would care much to change this at all. Oh yeah, there was an asshole who was legitimately trying to get a gotcha on me. Where in the comment section of a video that was talking about the Switch releases of these games, where I said that basically in the video the guy was like talking about all these different changes and additions and whatever the fuck else that they could have made to these games, and it's just like, they're not gonna do that. Like, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company and Game Freak aren't gonna, they're not gonna make a ton of changes to these games at all. The only thing I expected was for them to add it, or give us the 2 ship tickets to get the 3 legendaries, and they did. That was the only thing I expected. I did not expect them to patch the roar glitch, mainly because I didn't know it was actually a thing until either after I made that comment or after this came out and people started talking about it online. And it's like, dude was trying to say, so, and I acknowledged that they did that thing, but they didn't really, like, change anything else. The only other changes that they did were, patching the censorship of the names you can give yourself, your Pokemon, and your rival, into the Switch's, like, censorship database. That's common in every Pokemon game. And, which, you know, makes sense. They changed the gamblers to gamers instead. Because of the, the shit in Europe with the PEGI rating system and everything. And then, what else? But they did keep the gamer corner because there's no other, like, changes. And those are minor changes in the grand scheme of things, and they don't really matter. You know? The only people who get upset at that are people who are... Mainly people who are jokingly, I think, say, oh, I've been calling my rival ass, or asshole, or whatever, for over 20 years back in these games, and everything, and are upset that, like, you can't do that anymore. And the changing the gambler to gamer is more just funny than anything. You know. Bro, are you serious? Okay, so then, yeah, realistically, they only changed one thing that actually matters in these fucking games. And they were changes, and most of these changes were things that no one expected them to do. Okay? No one thought that they would do them, and most people were surprised that they did them. One is amusing more than anything. The other, unfortunate, but that's just the times we live in. And that's how Nintendo wants you to play those games, and the Pokemon Company, and Game Freak. That's how they want you to play these games. Minor in the grand scheme of things, and no one really gives a shit. Okay? And if you want to name your rival a swear word, play the original version of the game. That's all I really have to say about that. You know? But the guy accused me of moving the goalpost, and it's like, not really moving the goalpost. I admitted that they did change one thing, which I just didn't know was a thing in the original version of the games. I didn't know. And it's good that they did change it, but the other two changes don't matter in the grand scheme of things, and no one expected them to change them. And yeah, the only thing I expected for them to change, or add, or whatever, was for them to add the Aurora and Mystic tickets. That's all. And I wasn't wrong. They added them to this version of the games. Like, what? And that's something that most people could have easily expected, because they did the same thing in Crystal with the Celebi ship. And I imagine they'll do again with the tickets in Emerald when they eventually release that. So if you're gonna try to get me on a gotcha, make sure it's something that actually, like, makes sense. It isn't just you being a dipshit. Okay? In the words of Forrest Gump, that's all I have to say about that. So yeah, on this I'm going to wait until I get to 10 and then cash in the nuggets that I have. But yeah, they didn't patch any of the other exploits that didn't, that come from, like, certain bugs and whatever the fuck. And yeah, I just realized. So a couple of my friends in these games for FireRed and Leaf Green are doing Nuzlocks. I'm trying to wonder, you couldn't really do a Nuzlocke and then do this Nugget exploit, could you? Unless if, like, you were to break your Nuzlocke to repeatedly sacrifice one Pokemon. Which I'm assuming goes against the rules of a Nuzlocke. Because it goes against the entire, point. Unless if you were to, like, get the Nugget from this guy, lose one of your Pokemon, then, bank the Pokemon, catch a new one that's low level, after you, like, turn in the Nugget to get money. Actually, yeah, that wouldn't really break the Nuzlocke. It would just take slightly more time than if you were to just repeatedly, sacrifice one Pokemon. Okay, how many do I have? 8. Okay, gotta lose 2 more times. That'll give me 50,000 money. Because 10 times 5,000 is 50,000. Then I can buy a shit ton of Pokeballs. And potions. Trying to do the mental math. $200 a Pokeball. And being only able to hold 99 of them at any time. Granted, I'm trying to remember exactly how much, how much money is the max in these games. There's a glitch to duplicate items, which I'll look up after I'm done with this part. I think I got 10 by now. Yep. Alright, so turn in these nuggets. 50,000 money. God damn, dude. I don't want to give this rocket grunt any more of my money. So I have 99 Pokeballs, because I think I had, like, a little over 10, right? And then through that, I just have 99, so I can do however the fuck much I want with catching Pokemon. Yeah, there's an item duplication glitch as well that I'll look up how to do, because it is pretty, Alright, so some more nugget. Yeah, honestly, probably for the next part or two, I'm gonna fucking Oh, didn't mean to do that. I accidentally pressed the button. Good thing movies are turn-based RPGs. One second. I'm talking to people in Discord over text. One sec. Alright. I assume I have like 4? Or 3. Okay. The fact that this guy's a rocket grunt in disguise. Yeah, this was definitely not the way this game was meant to be played, but it is for so many people that know about this exploit. That would be something if, like, the RNG was so shit for, this Rocket Grunt that he kept, like, fucking doing Leer and all that shit on me. It just, I don't know. I need to open the window that's behind my monitor. Smell some cooking downstairs. Smells good. So how do I have 4? 5. No, let me turn it in now. Oh yeah, I can buy a shit ton of repels too, huh? Okay, I don't have any money. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause here and continue in the next one.